When it comes to trading, I think most people and you guys watching do this for freedom. You want to be able to travel, maybe you want to spend time with your family, you want to be able to do the things you want on your own terms. And the issue is I think most traders are not ready for this. They're not ready for freedom. They say they want it, but they cannot really work hard to get there. And to be able to share why we think that is and what the solution for this is. So pay attention. Cool stuff we've learned over the years that I think you won't see on YouTube anywhere else, and we'll dive right into it. It's very easy to say you want to have freedom to go to the beach, you want to have a fancy car, you want to be able to do things on your own term. But when it comes to doing the work for it, it's actually very hard to do. The thing about trading is you need to have the right routines with it. You need to follow your plan. Most people are just not, they don't fail, but they actually quit these routines. They don't want to do the work required to maintain success long-term in trading. It's not just a thing you do once and you're good with it. It's something you have to constantly maintain every day and work on it and try to improve and journal and find ways to become better as you progress in trading. I feel like that's really hard for most people.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. They say, oh, that was it. 90% of people, traders fail. This is an infamous number that everyone just comes up with it. We have found that they don't fail. They just quit. I mean, they just give up or their account is depleted or whatever the case may be. This freedom element, we're so excited. We basically dedicate our lives to teaching how not just to be successful in this profession, but have the freedom that comes with it. And freedom is defined in many different ways. I mean, you can get the traveling lifestyle, the ability to caregive for, an elderly. I mean, there's so many ways. Everybody is unique and special, but you can't do it if you quit. I think one of the things that I want to bring to one of the big takeaways is we love this profession because there's no bosses, right? You don't have really a boss. The problem with this profession is there are no bosses. A lot of traders, people respond to authority. They respond to a structure, and this profession allows a lot of flexibility, which sometimes goes outside that structure. What do you think of that?
I think it's very counterintuitive to actually you want to have freedom. You want to do things on your own term, but you got to follow rules to do it. It's kind of tricky, right? It's like the opposite. You want to be able to do the things you want. You also have to do the things you don't want to get there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you have a regular job, what's that set of rules? In theory, it's the job description. One of the first things we do when you join our thing is we provide you with a job description. I mean, it's like, this is the things you need to do to be successful. And sometimes when the freedom element comes in and say, I want to do this because of the freedom. Well, that doesn't mean you don't have a set of rules. It doesn't mean you have the job description. I think that's where initially it tails off. And usually in our first one-on-ones, we can identify that and say, we want to reel you back in and say, yes, there's a lot of freedom, but that freedom will come. Ask yourself this question. I mean, if you're working, in the corporate world or doing IT, is there like a Lambo that like you put in front of your desk every day? Is that the freedom lifestyle that you want? You can get there several different ways, but most people aren't thinking that way. But why do they do in trading? It's one of those things that sort of, and maybe it's a lot of the industry that sort of promotes that. We don't do that. We say, focus on the job at hand, focus on the rules, and you'll get to that freedom however you define it.
Yeah, we'll talk about this next because freedom, the way it is, actually is not the same as you see online. I know people like flash cars and like fancy things and stuff and maybe like nice watches and whatever. That's not really the stuff we care about. Either me or you, we can have a different vision of things. But the thing is also people want to be able to get freedom right now. They want to be able to actually put in the work today and then tomorrow they have freedom. If it doesn't work out, then they probably quit before him.
Yeah, I mean, my freedom is a RAV4. I mean, but it rides nice, I don't know. What car do you?
Mazda 2.
Yeah, Mazda 2. I mean, but you know what? If that's if you want a nice car, whatever it is, freedom is defined different ways. I mean, to me, freedom is the ability not just to travel, but to have time that I can do the things that I want to do in my life, but at the same time, devote to, people important in my life, things like that, whether it's, spouse, caregiving, things like that. So to me, that's freedom. Other people is fast car. That's fine. I mean, I really don't want to eliminate this sort of a Lambo effect, but what I don't want it to be is the driver of this is sort of like an automatic perk that comes with trading. I just think we have to take that stance now, and we're small fish in a big pond when it comes to this Lambo mentality, but we want to basically take a stand, and maybe that's ultimately what makes us unique and special. The other thing that concerns me too, and maybe I'm a boomer, and I'm all for technology, but this whole AI movement and really specifically ChatGPT. Hey, if you want quick answers, that's great, but I really think it's hindering the development of certain traders. And I'll probably get a lot of hate comments and stuff, but we all want everything now. Like, what's the answer now? Give me a strategy now. ChatGPT, DeepSeek. I think the journey needs to really be built upon. And when we look for quick answers and quick like that, because we think it's just instant freedom, instant results. And that's just not the case here. And I'm don't want everyone to be, I want to use AI as a sort of supporting vehicle to help you in your development, but not to eliminate the development stage. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. So in a sense, it's good. Like you can have all the answers right away if you want to, but you got to take time to apply correctly. Just as I just go and try to apply everything in the market right now that you get from ChatGPT or something, then you might not be able to get there. And it also takes time to get more capital, takes time to get funded, takes time to improve your win rate, improve your stats, and your metrics to get to a point where you're good in training too.
Yeah. I think it's important to and use tools like that, but think big, but really execute small.
Yeah.
Play small ball and build up. And by the way, we all try to think big and hit big, but we end up striking out a lot. So when you do that small, and it's kind of boring a little bit, especially in the beginning, and we understand the passion, but let's put the Lambo aside a bit and that thing, but really put a plan in place where you will have the freedom, just kind of execute the plan, think small, as opposed to just Lambo will be delivered and what color do you want in 1 week? Just, to me, it's not going to happen. And when you see it, it just, understand that all the good things in life usually take time to prepare.
Yeah. We'll do video about this in the future because I think good trading definitely is boring. Like you can have fun in trading. You can definitely go and try to take a few trades where it's a bit more risky and maybe you have less capital on them. But in general, the day to day is kind of very boring. It's the same stuff all the time, the same rules, the same setup. You don't reinvent the wheel all the time. You follow very key processes. And I think that's kind of part of it. Most people don't expect that. They expect their fun, the happy stuff, the finding trades, the kind of building your ego to be what trading is really about.
Yeah, when I have my coach's hat on too, I want everybody engaged. I want everybody to enjoy the process. But when I see too much excitement, and I can see in the words, crushing it. Now think about how many times you say crushing it or, oh, the market's so good. Or, I get a little nervous, not just from a coaching perspective, from a risk management perspective. On the managed side, I always try to make sure my trader is just very even keel, very business-like, and sometimes, hey, it was a good trade or whatever, that's great. But let's just, keep it business-like. But at the same time, enjoy the process. I know it's tough. I know one of the reasons we love this business is we're lured by the lights, but, understand that it's a profession that has risk and we want you to hit a goal. And to do that, maybe put the Lambo aside. Just my thoughts.
Yeah, I totally agree on that for sure. Freedom takes time. It's something you can definitely build toward. You can improve on. You can reach eventually if you do things right and if you follow our advice. We have a lot of videos on that if you want. You can check it out on YouTube here. We'll leave the playlist on the screen. You can check out this next. Try to see how Michael and I trade. And we'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.